Happening this morning on News 12, the Bronx police taking two more suspected members of the Trinitarios off the streets in connection to the fatal push of a teen in our borough. We're out in Fordham with the latest on the investigation.
And Riverdale residents reaching out to ask News 12 for help dealing with trash troubles in their neighborhood. Hear what they have to say about it.
And one precinct in our borough turning its jail cells into a winter wonderland. We'll let you know where this is and how you can get in and have some Christmas fun.
Is it outside right now? How's your Monday morning commute looking? We're taking a look outside at the latest conditions on the roads and the rails.
So much cold air coming in after a really wet and rainy weekend. So just how long will the sunshine last? It's back in a big way today. We've got the details coming up. Cue the music.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on News 12 The Bronx. It's Monday, December 17th, and I'm Michelle Yvonne in for Gianna Gelosi.
And I'm Aisha McKenzie. We'll get to our top stories in a moment, but first, checking in with meteorologist Mike Favetta. Mike, I haven't worked with you in a long time, and it warms my heart to see you.
So
and
nice
is it warm the weather?
That's what I was going to say, but you did not bring some warm weather with you.
I brought it direct from Milan. This is what it feels like in the Alps. Nice
We're so
and
international
cold
here.
And damp, and we are. We're starting off this morning in the borough so chilly after a lot of rainfall yesterday, but throughout the overnight, gusty winds blew out the rain, brings in some sunshine through the rest of the day. You just saw that beautiful camera showing that our skies are beginning to clear out, but it's going to make it feel a lot colder. Even as the temperature warms today, the wind chill going to remain in the 30s all day long, thanks to those gusts that stay, well, pretty windy into the end of the day. Right now, the winds are holding around 10-15 miles per hour, but they will increase in intensity into this afternoon, likely gusting up to 20, 30, maybe even 40 miles per hour tonight. That takes the wind chill and drops it right down into the 20s. That's what it will feel like later tonight into early tomorrow morning. So frigid weather on the way, a little taste of winter and what's to come, but at least it's sunny again tomorrow. We'll let you know if there's any rain on the 7th day coming up.
Thank you, Mike. New witnesses details about the death of 17-year-old Angel Reyes Godoy take two suspected gang members off the street.
News 12 The Bronx reporter Sabrina Franza is in Fordham with that update for us. And Sabrina, what can you tell us this morning?
Well, that witness helped police track down and arrest these two men who they believe had a hand in Angel Reyes Godoy's death. Police also saying that they think those two men were members of the Trinitarios gang. Now, that witness testimony says that two men who were arrested beat 17-year-old Godoy before trying to rob him. This alleged fatal push happened last Monday night. 18-year-old Obeb Adams is now facing charges of attempted robbery and assault, while 20-year-old Mario Almonte is facing attempted robbery and murder charges. It all happened here along Bainbridge Avenue near 194th Street, and the two men could be seen running away after a witness says the older of the two pushed Godoy onto oncoming traffic, and that push would later turn out to be fatal. He later died of those injuries. As of this time, police say that their investigation is ongoing. However, they say they're not pursuing any other suspects. Reporting from Fordham, Sabrina Franza, News 12 The Bronx.
Thank you, Sabrina. And in a News 12 update, a 55-year-old Bronx man is dead after getting hit by a car last night in Soundview, and it happened near 950 Evergreen Avenue. Officials say the victim, Ya Achimpong, was pinned under the vehicle as first responders raced to get him free. The victim was transported to New York City Health and Hospital Jacobi for treatment, but he did not survive. And we're told the driver remained on the scene, and the city's Highway Patrol Collision Investigation Squad is still investigating.
Terrifying moments for one Bronx woman after police say she was raped in her Pelham Parkway apartment last week. Now, a sketch of the suspect has been released. The sexual assault happening on Wednesday at around 12:30 in the afternoon inside the woman's apartment. We're told she's in her 40s, has 3 children, and lives there with them, plus her husband and mom. The victim suffering bruises to her face, neck, and back in the attack and was taken to a nearby hospital. And police providing us with a sketch of a suspect, which shows the man wearing a mask. He's described as having brown eyes, a thin build, and standing between 5'10" and 6'2". So if you know who the suspect is, please contact the Crime Stoppers hotline. That number is 1-800-577-TIPS. And remember, all calls are kept confidential.
Meanwhile, Riverdale residents say they're fed up with the trash problem in their neighborhood, and we found garbage like this spilling out onto the street near West 232nd Street and Johnson Avenue, and some neighbors telling us this is nothing new. This step street by Johnson Avenue was clean when we saw it, but some say it's usually so piled up with garbage that it's hard to get up and down the stairs. The Department of Sanitation telling us they'll investigate the specific locations and recommend the appropriate action be taken.
Everybody, they just throw all their garbage all over, and instead of, there's a trash can right there, people don't care. You know, you work in this area, and you know, you should take care of your community.
And we reached out to Assemblyman Jeffrey Dinowitz. He sent us a statement saying this visual blight, whether on a step street or in a vacant lot or in our parks or wherever, is disheartening. It does not reflect the pride we should have in our community. The unfortunate reality is that even a few people can have a disproportionate impact on a neighborhood's cleanliness. He goes on to say DSNY typically does a very good job at responding to these complaints, although understandably they can't be everywhere at all times. He says he does hope to see more sanitation services in the northwest section of the Bronx. And we want to hear from you on this story. Head on over to Facebook. Leave us a comment by searching for News 12 The Bronx. You might even see your comment here on the air.
Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of Long Island is once again talking about a potential run for the White House in 2020.
I'm definitely thinking about it, of course.
Yeah. Gillibrand says she wants to make sure her family is ready for a, quote, arduous and serious process before she makes a final decision about throwing her hat in the ring.
And today's the big day, and it's happening today at 1:30. The Port Authority will announce the results of a public poll dealing with the placement of the Holland Tunnel's Christmas decorations. This issue was brought to light by a now viral video posted by Coy Windlespect, a local man clearly upset about the placement of the Christmas decorations on the tunnel. He calls it an OCD nightmare. And this posting led to the poll. The results, as we said, are expected to be announced later today at 1:30.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's real frustrating. Well, there's a major upgrade coming for GPS systems, but we really won't see the difference for a few years. Tomorrow, the U.S. Air Force is scheduled to launch the first of a new generation of GPS satellites. The new birds are designed to be more accurate, secure, and versatile than the current flock encircling the Earth. Now, once it's up and running, the new GPS system is expected to be able to narrow down a location to within 3 to 10 feet.
All right, time for a traffic update with Christine Russo. Hey, Christine.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Welcome back, Aisha.
Thanks, girl.
So taking a look at mass transit right now, everything's looking great, on or close to schedule. No major issues there to report. Heading on over to our map, so we have heavy delays here, major congestion going from the Bruckner interchange all the way down to 87 on the Bruckner Expressway. We also have delays on the southbound side of the Sheridan Expressway as you head towards the Bruckner. So let's take a look at our drive times. Just 9 miles an hour on the Bruckner. It's going to take you about 20 minutes to get from White Plains Road to Major Deegan Expressway. A big crawl going on there. Heading out of the Bronx into Queens, the White Zone Bridge is a little bit backed up at just 19 miles an hour. So the Throgs Neck or the RFK, those are going to be your better options for you this morning. Definitely avoid the White Zone Bridge if you can. Alternate side parking rules are in effect.
Thank you, Christine. And 12 is on entertainment because it's looking like Offset is pulling out all the stops to try and win back his wife, native Bronxites Cardi B. The Migos group members showed up during the Bronx rapper's performance in California over the weekend, professing his love in front of the crowd. And, well, this happened at a Rolling Loud festival, and he greeted her with a bouquet of flowers and a cake that read, "Take me back, Cardi." This grand gesture, however, may have failed. Cardi reportedly seemed irritated while the two exchanged words.
Rightfully so.
Now, this isn't the first time Offset has publicly apologized. He posted this video on Instagram just the other day, telling Cardi that all he wanted for his birthday was to have her back. This all causing some of Cardi's fans to bash him on social media. Now she's speaking out about it.
Violating my baby father is not going to make me feel any better, because at the end of the day, that's still family. Unfortunately, we're going through things. And
Cardi goes on to say she appreciates all her fans for defending her and standing up for Offset. Does not mean that she's getting back with him, but she wants everyone to respect her wishes.
All right, you heard her. That's what she wants. All right, time for a check on the weather with Mike. Oh, look at that sky.
Isn't that pretty?
It's so nice. It looks like cotton candy.
Yes, beautiful this morning, like a cotton candy. The sky earlier this morning and throughout the rest of the day, it will see sunny weather all through this afternoon. A pretty view looking over there over the Lafayette houses. Our forecast today, beginning sunny, clear, but much colder. You feel the chill. It kind of grips you as you head outside, with temperatures climbing only to a high in the mid-40s. That's our typical average afternoon high for this time of the year, especially in December. But it's the big cold that comes in later on tonight that will really feel chilly, especially as we go into the overnight hours, thanks to the wind. So the cold weather takes over as the winds gust up to 35, 40 miles per hour. That makes the wind chill feel oh so cold. You're probably not going to see that chopper flying around very much. We'll talk more about that coming up after this.
112 is on health. While teen smoking has been on the decline, that appears to not be the case when it comes to vaping. The National Institute of Drug Abuse just released its annual survey, and it found that 21% of high school seniors say they vaped nicotine in the past 30 days. Well, that's nearly double the number from last year, and federal officials calling the finding, quote, alarming.
And not to sound like a Grinch, but the holiday season could also be bad for your heart. A new study out of Sweden found the risk for having a heart attack is 37% higher on Christmas Eve specifically. They say it reaches its peak when the clock strikes 10 p.m. on December 24th. Researchers are not sure why that is, but they think things like stress, excessive eating, and traveling long distances may be to blame.
Tremont, you're watching News 12 The Bronx, as local news gets.